I'm back with a brush. It's a very tiny Hello Kitty brush. Once again, hashtag love the assist. She gave me Hello Kitty brushes because she's in that phase right now where she's like, I hate pink. I hate Hello Kitty. And I get it. I wiped off the blue because it wasn't really going well without the brush. So I'm probably gonna get a paper towel or something to wipe off my hands. And then I'm gonna come back and hopefully compose myself and get this all looking decent. We're back. Got the paper towel. It's secured, and I also tried to reapply the white in the areas where I wiped it off originally. Simon J. Palladino was Gazerbeam's secret identity, and that's another thing I didn't remember was in the scene where the family is all having dinner and, you know, Elastigirl's screaming at everybody. Bob is like reading the paper and he's like, "He went missing?" That happens. Yeah, he was like freaking out because, and I think it's so cool because it says that he was like a superhero rights advocate even whenever he was undercover. That's pretty badass. I freak with that. But poor Gazerbeam. There's so much content that I haven't delved into that's like secret, what's it called? Like bonus features and secret scenes that were deleted and stuff like that from The Incredibles. The Kronos files and also the NSA files are something I'm going to go over in this video. Not very thoroughly just because I haven't gone through them very thoroughly. I still need to listen to the NSA files. I've read through them all. The NSA files, I'm gonna go ahead and say, are a log of superheroes and everything. The National Superhero Agency, I want to say, is what the NSA stands for. And yeah, it has their like power types, it has their strengths, weaknesses, it has their personalities, and all of the things that their powers can do, which I think is really interesting. And I'm very fond of that in the actual story. But yeah, I had no idea. I could not remember that ever being a thing. There are so many things in this movie that I was like, I feel like whenever you're younger and you watch a movie, a lot of things, even if they're not jokes that like fly over your head, you just don't remember things being there. Or maybe that's just me, but like anytime I rewatch a movie, I feel like there's something new to find out about it, and I think that's really cool. Or maybe really scary. So, whenever they're all having food and all having dinner as a family, this is fast forward 15 years in the future, from the glory days and all of that, so wedding scene. But Frozone shows up and he is like, Bob, come on, let's go bowling. You know, and Mr. Incredible was I keep wanting to call everyone a bitch, but that's not nice. That's not nice. Mr. Incredible was really terrible to Elastigirl, I feel like, during that entire movie. Even whenever they made up and everything, I still feel like she deserved so much better as a character, as a person. And I felt like, you know, their dynamic was super gross and kind of sad. And whenever I say gross, I mean like just the way he treated her was really upsetting to me because he low-key is a liar, a cheater, manipulator, not a great person, not very incredible of him. But then also we have Yamajack, which is another thing we need to talk about later, who was even more of a shitbag. So whenever Frozone steals him up to go bowling, per se, they don't go bowling, of course. They are chilling out in the car, and I think this scene is so funny. The banter with this is really refreshing. Frozone being like, what if we do what our wives think we're doing and we actually go bowling? And you know, I wonder what it would have been like if they actually did go bowling, because that would have been nice. But instead they decide to go inside of a burning building and save a bunch of people for the fun of it because they miss the glory days. And that scene is really nice. The soundtrack for that scene, I don't know exactly what song is playing, but whenever it first shows the building being on fire, there's this like big, you know, jazz, big, like coming in. And I love me some jazz. I love me some nice brass instruments. Oh yes, I do. And so that was really cool to hear. But they end up busting through the burning building. Somebody's calling me. Oh, it's a spam caller. Go away, go away. You have to see my nasty thumb. Hello. I did my nails recently. I tried to make them like unicorn nails. Are we freaking with this? Is it getting freaky? They bust through the burning building as it's toppling down, because that's literally the only way they could possibly get out. And then they end up in a jewelry store, and so they look like bad guys in the jewelry store because they're masked and everything. They saved the people. All of that happens. Pretty good scene. But this whole time, Mirage is following them around. Mirage is... You don't find out who Mirage is until way later as to who she really is, but she's like this, you know, what am I trying to think of? Like, very, plain sex appeal, type of character, very, like, secretary, you know, sultry sexetary? That sounds terrible. But that's, like, she's supposed to be very seductive to lure these men in, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. Give me 1 second.